What is going on, guys and girls? My name is James, or ThnxCya, and welcome back today to Hello Neighbor. How we doing, everyone? Welcome back, welcome back. Today's Hello Neighbor video is going to be a little bit different because this is super exciting. We are going to be taking a behind-the-scenes look of this Alpha 2 build to see if we can learn anything about the secrets within this game. So, if you're someone that's been watching the Hello Neighbor content on the channel already, you'll know that we've pretty much completed everything we can in the normal gameplay for this build. So, you know, we've got the gun, we've shot the neighbor, we've got the magnet gun from the secret wall, we've put the sleeping pills in the milk, and of course, we've gone down into the basement. Now, when you actually go down to the basement playing normally, there is a really creepy door, and as soon as you try and walk through it, boom, the game ends for there. However, because this is in an alpha build, the game developers have allowed you to use commands, which essentially allows you to take a sneaky, cheeky little peek into how this game works. So today, this is really exciting. We are actually going to look what is behind that secret door where the game usually ends and try and work out what on earth is going on here. This is really cool. So I will be doing more Hello Neighbor content with the previous builds to check out all of the puzzles that we haven't played yet. Super excited for that. However, if we go into the console here, which is available, and we type in the word ghost, dun, 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 dun. Oh snap, look at this. So this is kind of like, if you play Minecraft, it's like Minecraft spectator mode, and it's just a command that is available for everyone if you want to check this out for yourself. But it allows us to get under the map, and it allows us to see how this game is set up. So of course, this is the main house here, and you can kind of go underneath all of the rooms. There he is. I bet he doesn't know that we're here. Look, oh, he watches TV. That I did not know. That's pretty cool. So we can actually see underneath the house. We can go in all of the rooms and see it. But where we're going is going to be way more exciting than this. So, oh, check this out. This is the neighbor here as well. But this is the first thing that I want to show you. So underneath this house across the road is, at least what I think, is us. So we've got the same shoes, and this is what we look like. So I don't think we've seen what we look like up until now because it plays in first person. But yeah, this is what we look like, and I want you guys to remember this face. Remember the face well. We've got like sort of eyes and a big pointy nose. We've got a little bit of stubble, and we've got in this picture, well, not this picture, in this model, short black hair. However, there's something in this game that is very interesting. So there's lots of theories and stuff. It's super, super exciting. But you may be thinking, James, where is this secret basement? There seems to be nothing here. Well, you can go like underneath here and this, that, and the other. However, how do we get to the basement? So here is how we do this. If we just go directly down, as far as it kind of seems logical to go down, everything will go crazy blue, and this, in this huge blue box, is where the basement is. So it's underneath the underneath of the map. It's pretty well hidden, but if we go through the wall, boom! There it is, lads. There it is. Oh my goodness. So this, how cool is this? This is what it looks like behind the door. So when you do it properly and you go through the vault, you go down this staircase here, like so, and you end up in this room. So this is what it looks like. Can you remember this from when we played? We've got the weird bed. We've got the crazy weird bear type thing. You can pick up everything in this as well. It's kind of weird. But yeah, let's chuck you away. And we've got some various creepy pictures. And just as we go through here, the game ends. However, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, snap. So it seems like there's a huge complex of tunnels underneath the house itself. And it's so creepy. Now, this is the first thing that I want you guys to look at. Look at this picture. Look at this picture. Do you see anything in that? On the right is the neighbor. Yeah? He's got the big chin. However, on the right, on the left even, I think that's us. Like, maybe previously when we had long hair, because he's got the big bulgy eyes, he's got the pointy nose, he's got the beard stubble. However, what does this mean? Does this mean that me and the neighbor are friends? Am I his son? What is this? Like, this is really weird. So at one point, we got on, I think. Like this. Look, we're friends here. Or we might be, like, father and son. I don't know. But why would this picture just be up on the wall? And why would the neighbor be so aggressive when we try and get into his home? It's pretty cool. Like, there's loads of theories flying around. Here's the crow as well from, like, the top of the house where he steals the key in the intro story, and then he's locked up in the basement. So maybe, no, in the roof even. So maybe there's some theories behind what the crow is as well. But this picture is super, super interesting, and I think it kind of, yeah, I don't really know what to think about this, but it's really, really weird. And I don't know the story just yet, but it's kind of interesting. So check this out. This is behind the door. Let's have a little look-see to see what we're going to expect. It gets super weird and windy down here. Look at this. Everything's lit up with candles. And we've got a book. Is there anything inside here, I wonder? I don't think there's anything in these drawers, but let's keep going. Okay, so we see this picture again. Now, because this is an alpha build, this is not necessarily what the next release is going to show off. This could just be stuff that they're trialing out and some various bits and pieces. You know, this is not necessarily what is going to happen. However, we get into this room here, and there are 3 keys on the wall. This is the one that the neighbor normally has around his waist. However, there are 2 different keys, and there is also a lock. So I don't think any of these keys actually open this door. No, that one doesn't work either. And then finally this one with the weird rusty heart on it. No, that also doesn't work either. So it seems kind of weird that there'd just be 3 keys around here, which kind of means that there's going to be lots of doors and stuff to explore when this game continues in development. However, we can go through the door. Which is pretty cool, so we can kind of see the rest of what to expect. There's this like maze of tunnels that goes around here. There's a speaker, which is pretty cool. There's a random chair. There's a TV that's on. If we keep going round, there's like upstairs, downstairs within this as well. If we go up the ladder, we end up somewhere else. What is that? Oh, it's a kettle. It's a kettle, a generator, and another one of these doors. So I don't think this generator works. Does it work? No, I don't think it's going to work, but it's linked once again to another one of these, so I'm guessing that this will raise the gate. However, at the moment, we can't get any power in the generator to do it. However, it's no big deal, because we can go through the wall. Boom! Check this out. This is awesome. So in case you were wondering what is behind that door, well, we're getting like a little sneaky peek as to what maybe we can expect as we go through. So there's a bed down here, which is exactly the same as the bed he has upstairs. The thing is, though, yeah, okay, we've got all of this stuff. There's nothing behind this door, in case you're wondering. But yeah, we're kind of learning, well, there's going to be runes and stuff underneath here. However, we still don't know what he's doing down here. There's no clues as to what exactly he is doing. There's another one of these doors here, which I don't think works either. Does that work? No. Does that open? No, that doesn't work either. Okay, so there's nothing really much to see in terms of, like, stuff inside here. However, we do know that whatever he's doing is really, really weird. And kind of creepy as well. So I think the main thing really is that crazy picture with what I think is me and him together. This way is blocked off with a load of fiery furniture. However, if we go through, no, there's nothing there. Okay. And then if we go back up to the top again, there's this direction, which is really weird. There's like a big hole in the floor. Huh. And then this goes down here again, and we end up in the burning room with all the keys. So you can see it's kind of like a maze, but in terms of like what he's actually doing down here, we don't yet know. All we know is that I think there's some kind of connection between me and him, which is really, really weird. So, I thought I'd show you guys what is behind the basement. This is really awesome. Is there anything else that we can check out in here? Let me go take a look. So the cool thing is as well is when you do this, you can actually go and check out the other houses that are in the neighborhood. So a lot of them seem to be just shells and they're completely empty. So these are the ones that we can't get in. This is the one directly behind the neighbor's house. Of course, when we're playing the game, usually you see these as houses. However, if you actually try and go inside them, you'll see that there's not actually anything inside them at the moment, which is a little bit of a shame. Oh, there's a graveyard as well. Hey, I haven't seen this yet. Ooh. So this is the graveyard. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Is there anything in here? No, there doesn't seem to be anything underneath it or anything like that. So let's get out of here. But we've got a graveyard. And there's one more thing that I kind of wanted to show you, which I thought was interesting. Oh, This is so weird, like, checking it out like this, but people seem to really want to see this. Like, this has been requested a lot for me to go and check this out, so I hope you guys are enjoying this. It's kind of showing you behind the scenes, isn't it? There's one thing over here that I'm kind of curious about, and it's just a random hut in the middle of a lake, which is so weird. There's a box around it, as you can see from here, to kind of, I'm guessing, keep the water in. But yeah, there's just like one random hut in the middle of a lake, and I have no idea what it is. Maybe these are used in the earlier versions and I haven't seen them just yet. Maybe, I don't know. But I think the main thing about this video is definitely that we have seen what is behind the door. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm so excited for the next version to come out. Oh, okay, this is the house that we can get into. So this, I guess, is our house, I suppose. But there we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's a little look behind the scenes of the Hello Neighbor house. So I know this video is very different from my usual Hello Neighbor content and stuff. It's more of like an informational video. But I did want to show you that in case you were wondering. There's a lot of hype around what's in the basement and stuff. So I thought that was kind of cool. If I've missed anything, then please let me know. I'm genuinely very curious about this game. It's very, very cool. I love it. And yeah, I think what we'll do is we will go and play some of the earlier versions to check out the different secrets and stuff. Ooh. Not being in this house, this is really weird as well. Very, very sneaky, Mr. Neighbor. I don't think there's anything else, though. But yeah, kind of cool, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be about it for this video here today on Hello Neighbor. However, if you would like to see some more Hello Neighbor content, which will be the other versions, including loads of the different puzzles and stuff, then please let me know by poking me in that like button. Thank you so much for your support on the Hello Neighbor content. Really, really appreciate it, and it's awesome to see a game that people want to see that I really enjoy playing, so that's really awesome. And yeah, if you're not yet subscribed, go for it, because we do Hello Neighbor Done Fun. But until next time, thank you once again for watching. It's been such a pleasure. As always, thanks. ThnxCya.